What is going on, guys? It is Wrestlelamia here, back with another video. Join us now as we look at the wildest news stories and rumors you need to know, including whether the WWE is trying to break a superstar, WWE Hall of Famer Devon Dudley is experiencing health problems, a former WWE superstar opens a GoFundMe and needs your help, what was supposed to happen on Raw, and much more. Be sure to subscribe and hit that notification bell for daily wrestling videos and follow us on Facebook for exclusive lists. Now let's hit the intro and get straight into the first story. Now our first story looks at whether WWE is trying to break a superstar. Current Raw superstar Lana has been thrown through a lot of announcers' tables of late, 9 weeks in a row for those who are counting, leading to different thoughts on what the WWE's endgame is for Raw's ravishing Russian. On one hand, there's rumors that the WWE is making Lana look sympathetic by taking a beating every week from Nia Hudai Potato this week, Jax, building her up into a scrappy underdog. On the other hand, there's the view that the WWE is punishing Lana because her husband Miro, who worked in the WWE's Rusev, is now working in its competition. There's a lot to be said for the second school of thought, especially for people who know how petty Vince McMahon can be. One such person is former WWE writer Vince Russo, who talked to Sportskeeda about the situation. He mentioned, "I'll tell you exactly what's going on behind the scenes. They're trying to break her. That's exactly what they're doing. She's married to a wrestler Rusev, mirror in AEW, who knows exactly what they're trying to do. So Rusev is there saying, don't sell this, act like this is the greatest storyline you've ever been in, and you can't wait to go through the next table. The first time they put Lana through the table, that's how she put it over online. Oh, I've always dreamt of going through a table. So that's the mind game. This will continue. The more she doesn't sell, the more hellbent that they will get on getting her to sell. If the WWE is trying to use Lana to punish her husband, it does seem to be working, as Lana is shrugging off the weekly beatdowns and going forward without missing a step. What do you guys think? Is WWE trying to break her? Let us know in the comments down below. Next up, WWE Hall of Famer Devon Dudley is battling health issues. The man who famously brought the tables during the Dudley Boys' reign of terror revealed on his podcast Table Talk that, "I'm hanging in there. I had some health issues, but I'm hanging in there. Hopefully I'll be back soon. I gotta see the doctor today, but it's been a little rough. I've been hanging in there doing what I can." Brother Devon is currently employed as a WWE producer, but has reportedly been away from his duties due to his health problems. We wish Devon a speedy recovery. Next up, a former WWF superstar sets up a GoFundMe and needs your help. Recently retired WWE superstar Dwayne Gillberg needs your help. The cruiserweight wrestler who enjoyed success because of his parody of Bill Goldberg recently suffered a heart attack and was in the intensive care unit. Now fellow wrestler James Ellsworth is asking fans to help Gillberg out. He posted, "Hi everyone, Gillberg's wife and I started this GoFundMe for Gillberg, who recently suffered a heart attack. He is currently home and recovering. He cannot go back to work for the foreseeable future. He needs help paying his medical living expenses while he's out of work. Please help my buddy, the former light heavyweight champion Dwayne Gill out." As of this writing, the GoFundMe page has raised $1,259 of its $30,000 goal, and if you're interested in donating, please check out the link down below in the description. Next up, the original plan for the 23rd November Raw. Now last week's Raw featured an excellent match between Raw Tag Team Champions The New Day versus the Hurt Business's Cedric Alexander and Shelton Benjamin. However, as we reported earlier this week, the match's finish was flubbed, leading to the match being restarted. Now Brian Alvarez of the Wrestling Observer Radio has more information on just what happened. "I was told that the finish of the match was supposed to be that the Hurt Business would win via countout, but they are supposed to call it like a shoot, and they didn't get in the ring fast enough, so the referee called it a double countout." He added, "MVP the heel cuts the promo saying, 'The fans don't want to see this, you're not going to take that, are you? Get back in this ring and let's restart it.' So yes, it was a botch, but it wasn't like a big time botch. It was just one guy who didn't get back in, so instead of the normal countout, it was a double countout." Alvarez also commented that he felt that the New Day were showing heel tendencies, which could be a part of an upcoming storyline. Knowing the WWE's inconsistency, it's best to wait and see how things develop before predicting a New Day heel turn. Next up, cancelled Liv Morgan plans. Liv Morgan is back with her Riot Squad partner Ruby Riott, but for some time it looked like the Blonde Bomber was going to pursue a singles career. During a recent interview with Fox Sports, Morgan discussed a program she had pitched to the WWE. "I basically wanted to use the experiences I've gone through, the struggles of my childhood, and kind of use that character I was trying to create as an outlet to express the darker feelings that I was feeling, the more sad emotions that I was feeling. So I wanted to use this character as an outlet to express maybe suppressed emotions, you know? I just wanted to use this character as an outlet to show an opposite spectrum of Liv, you know? But I'm very happy and bubbly, and I just wanted the pitch for it to come on the opposite spectrum of that." Although Morgan's pitch was rejected, the WWE seems to be pushing her. You may recall the recent WWE Network special Live Forever. One of WWE's top performers recently expressed his appreciation for Morgan and noted how he wanted to work alongside her. Sami Zayn tweeted, "Really enjoyed Live Forever on WWE Network. Fun fact, when I first started doing The Great Liberator, I pitched hard to get Liv with me because she got drafted to Raw. There is so much to her. Can't wait to see her one day become women's champ." And Morgan is only 26, and with some improvement in the ring, she could be on her way to the top in the singles division. For now, her team with Ruby Riott seems like a good way to continue building her up. Next up, WWE's plans for future feuds. The WWE Universe is witnessing several programs beginning to play out between its superstars, with Dave Meltzer recently commenting on the budding program between the Street Profits and the team of Dolph and Robert Roode. Now Ringside News is joining in on the speculation, noting there are several other matches that have been built on TV recently, such as Street Profits vs Dolph Ziggler and Robert Roode, Sami Zayn vs Big E, Nia Jackson, Shayna Baszler vs Asuka and Lana, and Randy Orton vs The Fiend Bray Wyatt. It's interesting that the WWE doesn't seem to have any serious challenges for Bobby Lashley's US Championship. Lashley has been champ for some time and has yet to face any significant contender. Matt Riddle comes to mind as a possible challenger, but he seems to be busy with aspirations for the WWE Championship. As for the championship, there doesn't seem to be any immediate threat to Drew McIntyre's second world title reign, and for now, they're likely to continue building him up towards a marquee match at WrestleMania 37, possibly against Roman Reigns. As noted in past videos, they're almost ignoring Asuka's run as Raw Women's Champion, as she seems to be keeping the belt warm for Becky Lynch. If Asuka and Lana were to win the women's tag titles, it would make the Raw Women's Championship even more of an afterthought. What do you guys think of these programs? Are there any you'd like to see besides the ones mentioned? Let us know in the comments down below. Next up, Bayley's dream opponent. Bayley isn't SmackDown Women's Champion anymore, but she remains one of the WWE's best wrestlers and someone who can help elevate younger talent. While it appears they're aiming towards a series between the Golden Role Model and Bianca Belair, who would Bayley like to wrestle if she had a choice of opponents? Speaking on Table Talk, she revealed, "Lita has always been a dream opponent just because she's somebody I've never been in the ring with," which is crazy to say now, but we've been in a 10-woman tag match before, and this was the night after Evolution. That was so insane. Would you guys like to see Bayley take on Lita someday? Let us know in the comments down below. And finally, a stipulation added to Raw's Triple Threat match. Last but not least, the WWE has announced that it's added a stipulation to tonight's Raw's Triple Threat match to determine Drew McIntyre's next opponent for the championship. The match is now being held under sudden death rules. Unfortunately, they haven't elaborated on what exactly that entails, and knowing the WWE, they probably don't know themselves. But there you have it guys, the wildest wrestling news stories and rumors you need to know. Be sure to leave your comments down below, subscribe if you haven't already, follow us on Instagram and Facebook for exclusive lists, and I'll see you next time with some more wrestling content.